Rock your red for the New York Football Giants as they played host to the Chicago Bears in Week 13. And rock their red is what they did. They started off early on the opening drive. Chapman hooks up with Randall Cobb on the curl route for a first down. 2 plays later, strong eye formation, play action to Hightower. Chapman rolls out to his right, and he goes downfield for Garrett Graham, the tight end. He takes a big hit, but he holds on into the red zone. 2 plays later, play action once again. Chapman steps up in the pocket, and he delivers a bullet to Garrett Graham, the boy from Brick, once again. And that's for a touchdown to 7-0 New York Giants lead. Bears take over, and Jay Cutler in the pocket all the time in the world gets sacked by Big John Hankins. They would end up giving the ball back to the G-men for Don Chapman to go to work. And he just did that. As he rolls out to his right, extends the play and gives it to Randall Cobb, firing a bullet right to him. He gets down to the red zone. They have to settle for a field goal. It's a 10-0 New York Giants lead. But after a defensive stop, Donnie and the G-men take over. So he rolls out to his right, extending the play once again, and he gives it to wide open Garrett Graham, who tippy-toes his way to stay in bounds. Later on the drive, Chapman goes downfield for Mohamed Sanu. Across the middle, he gets down to the 10-yard line, sets up a 1st and 10 on the 10 for Chapman to roll out to his right, extending the play and hooking up with Odell Beckham Jr. in the back of the end zone. Throw that football down. It's a 17-0 Giants lead. And after another defensive stop, Chapman takes over. He hits up with Mohamed Sanu with 20 seconds left in the second quarter. They would get down for a field goal. It's a 20-0 New York Giants lead over the Bears heading into halftime. And the Bears would take over at the start of the second half. Screenplay to Carey. He gets a first down before getting laid out by Stevie Brown to get out of bounds. And on 2nd and 5 later in the drive, handoff to Carey. He makes a few men miss with some great blocking as well before getting taken down by Schofield at the 6-yard line. That would eventually set up Jay Cutler to hook up with Brandon Marshall, who breaks 2 tackles on his way to the end zone. He spikes that one. That would score their only touchdown of the day for the G-men to go back to work, and Donnie did just that. He hooks up with Randall Cobb, makes an awkward catch, but he does get some great position down to the 36-yard line. Very next play action to Hightower. Chapman hooks up with Beckham. He's down into the red zone at the 18, eventually setting up a handoff for Kean Hightower to top off the drive with a touchdown. It's 27-7. And after another defensive stop, the G-men take over once again, and Donnie hooks up with Mohamed Sanu once again. Later on in the drive, Donnie Chapman in the pocket to the end zone for a wide open Odell Beckham Jr. Have a day, young fella. That's 2 touchdowns on the day and over 100 yards in the receiving game. And then, with just over a minute left, Donnie wasn't done as he hooks up with Mohamed Sanu again to extend his day. Later on in the drive, 30 seconds left in the ball game. Chapman hooks up with Odell Beckham Jr., gets out of bounds, and then on 3rd and 10, with 14 seconds left, he does his best sunshine impression, and then he hooks up with Kean Hightower in the end zone. That's a rushing touchdown and a receiving touchdown for Hightower. Have a day, young fella. That's some fantasy points for all you fantasy owners out there, and that is how the cookie crumbles as the G-men come away with the win by a score of 41-7 over the Chicago Bears. Don Chapman threw for 509 yards in the day for 4 touchdowns, while Randall Cobb, 109 receiving yards. Odell Beckham Jr., 104 receiving yards with 2 touchdowns. Mohamed Sanu, 136 receiving yards, and Garrett Graham, 133 receiving yards and a touchdown. And with that being said, that'll wrap things up for this matchup. Don't forget to tune in next time here as the G-men will stay at home as they play host to the Cleveland Browns in Week 14. I've been your host, JerseyBorn, and I'm saying goodbye.
I'm ready.